for that. Hello, everyone, and good morning. This is the last video in the month of October. Don't worry. 31st of October, we are less than a week before the U.S. election, but we're not going to talk about them during this video. We're going to talk about the major headlines from this morning. I have on the phone with me, Chatty. Chatty, good morning.
Good morning, Micha. Excited to wrap up October with you. Let's dive into today's headlines.
Go ahead. Talk to me. What are the major headlines that came through your desk this morning?
We've got some big stories today. First up, Palantir's CEO Alex Karp sold $254 million worth of stock, causing some investor concern despite it being part of a planned sale. Then, MicroStrategy announced...
Before Microsoft, he sold $254 million of stock? Usually, what does that mean when the CEO and the founder sells so much stock?
When a CEO or founder sells a large amount of stock, it can raise concerns among investors. They might interpret it as a lack of confidence in the company's future prospects. However, it could also be for personal financial reasons or part of a prearranged selling plan. It's a signal to watch, but not necessarily a negative one on its own.
Do you have an opinion of your own? Why did he sell?
While I can't say for certain, it's possible that Alex Karp's sale is part of a pre-planned diversification strategy, or he might be taking advantage of Palantir's recent stock run-up to realize some gains. Executives often sell shares for various reasons that aren't necessarily linked to the company's performance, such as portfolio diversification or personal financial planning. It's essential to consider the broader context and not jump to
Excellent. Let's talk about the next piece of news.
Sure. Next, we have MicroStrategy's bold move. They've announced a plan to raise $42 billion over the next 3 years to buy Bitcoin, split between $21 billion in at-the-money equity offerings and $21 billion in fixed income securities. This is an unprecedented strategy for a company. It shows a massive commitment to cryptocurrency investment. Quite a bold move, right?
Look, this is a crazy move. Let's talk about it. I need some information from you. What is the thought behind gold versus Bitcoin? There's always this kind of debate between them. What do you think? Is Bitcoin going to be the, let's call it, the new gold, the digital gold?
That's a great question. Bitcoin is often compared to gold because both are seen as store of value assets, meaning they retain worth over time and can be used to preserve wealth. Gold has been a traditional safe haven asset for centuries, valued for its physical properties, rarity, and universal recognition. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is a digital asset with a fixed supply, which makes it attractive as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. Its decentralized nature, global accessibility, and ease of transfer make it appealing in the digital age. The digital gold narrative suggests that Bitcoin could serve a similar role to gold in modern investment portfolios, especially as a hedge and store of value. However, Bitcoin's volatility and relatively short history compared to gold mean that it remains a more speculative asset at this stage.
Got it. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to the next headline. It's no doubt an amazing thing to do.
Moving on, let's discuss Microsoft's recent performance. They released their earnings, and while they beat on both revenue and earnings, their forecast fell a bit short of expectations, which might cause some volatility in the stock. It's a reminder that even strong results can lead to mixed reactions if future guidance doesn't quite match up.
And you know that this morning it's dropping by 5%. Do you think it's the end of Microsoft?
A 5% drop might seem significant, but it's not unusual for stocks to react sharply to earnings news. It's important to remember that this kind of fluctuation is part of the market's normal behavior, especially for a company as large as Microsoft. One day's movement doesn't define a company's long-term trajectory. Microsoft has a solid foundation, and while it may face challenges, it remains a major player in the tech industry. It's more about the long-term perspective.
I agree with you. What's the next piece of headline that you have?
Let's talk about the core PCE, which came in at 0.2%. This aligns with expectations and suggests that inflation is relatively stable.
Okay, wait.
core-
Now, what we need to first of all kind of talk to our viewers about is what is the difference between CPI, PPI, and PCE? First of all, let's explain. Do you want to dig into it?
Absolutely. Let's break it down. CPI, or Consumer Price Index, measures the average change over time in the prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services. It's a primary indicator of inflation at the consumer level. PPI, or Producer Price Index, tracks the average change over time in the selling prices received by domestic producers for their output. It reflects price changes from the perspective of the seller rather than the buyer. Core PCE, or Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, excludes food and energy prices due to their volatility. It's the Fed's preferred inflation measure because it provides a more stable view of price changes over time. Each index offers unique insights into different aspects of the economy. Want to discuss how these metrics impact the market?
Okay, now that we understood, no, probably not, but after we understood the difference, I have two pie charts, the difference between CPI and PCE, where you can see quite clearly that housing has a different weighting between CPI and PCE, and that's mainly the impact, and also medical care has a bigger impact on PCE versus CPI. So let's go back to the news. What did you mention about the PCE?
Great breakdown. As for the core PCE, it came in at 0.2%, which is right in line with expectations. This stability suggests that inflation remains relatively contained, which can be reassuring for markets concerned about rising prices. It's an important data point for the Fed's assessment of the economy, particularly when considering interest rate decisions. Shall we move on to our next topic?
Do you have another topic for me? Yes, go ahead.
We've covered the major headlines for today. Palantir's CEO Alex Karp's stock sale, MicroStrategy's big Bitcoin bet, Microsoft's earnings report, and the core PCE data. If there's anything else you'd like to dive into, or if there are any updates, we can discuss those too.
Tonight, there are several companies that are reporting. Amazon, Apple, Intel, and smaller companies. How do you think investors should prepare themselves for tonight?
With major players like Amazon, Apple, and Intel reporting, investors should brace for potential volatility. It's wise to review each company's recent performance, analyst expectations, and any guidance they've provided. Diversifying holdings can help manage risk, and having a plan for different scenarios, whether it's a beat, miss, or inline report, can ensure you're prepared to act. Investors should stay informed, keep emotions in check, and focus on long-term goals amidst the earnings season noise.
Chatty, thank you very much. Viewers, if you enjoyed it, you can smash that like button and share it with your friends. Chatty, final last words before we end the show.
Thanks for having me, Micha. Remember, everyone, staying informed and thinking long-term are key. Looking forward to seeing you all next time.
Excellent. And a quick reminder that everything and anything that you see is not financial advice. Till next time, sayonara. Bye-bye.
Sayonara.